Hello, everybody. Today we are going to engage in our first stock purchase using DBS Vickers. All right. So we're first going to begin by reviewing the list of stocks that we have. All right. On our list. Okay. And what I'm going to do next is that we're going to look at the closing letter to batch 6. So if you were to scroll down and you look at the REITs that we have picked for this round of training, okay, we're going to buy a slightly more complicated stock today. All right, we're going to buy $2,000 worth of Cromwell REITs. All right, Cromwell REITs, okay, and so let's first go to the SGX website and look at how much Cromwell REITs is trading. Okay, now Cromwell REITs is a little bit special. They have actually two counters on SGX. We have a counter denominated in euros and the counter that is denominated in Singapore dollars. All right, that you will be able to find here. Okay, so the trick to trading this counter is to see whether on an exchange rate basis, which counter is actually more lucrative for a first-time buyer. So we will first need to get hold of the euro to Singapore dollar exchange rate, which I'm going to show you here. You can obtain this from the Yahoo Finance website by basically keying in EUR/SGD equals to X on a Google search bar. Okay, and as you can see, basically 1 euro is equivalent to about 153 Singapore dollars. Okay, so what we're going to do is that we go back to the SGX webpage and we find out, all right, we find out how much would it cost in Singapore dollars if we were to buy the Cromwell REIT that is denominated in euros. So if you look at the bid-ask rate here, you can buy it with 0.47 euro dollars. Okay, 0.47. Okay, now you take 0.47 and you multiply that by 1.535, which is the exchange rate that we saw just now. You can see that you'll be paying about 72.1 cents per share. All right, now as you go back to the SGX webpage, then you will be able to see that, hey, you know, it's 72 cents if I buy it under the euro. Okay, but if I were to pay the Singapore dollar version, I will basically be paying 72.5 cents. Now, what we're going to do next. So we have made the decision to buy the euro-denominated Cromwell REIT, all right, because it seems cheaper right now. And in fact, it is the euro-denominated REIT that actually is a better deal. Okay, so we expect to pay about 47 cents, all right, when we make that move. Okay, so what we're going to do next is that we are going to buy the REIT under DBS Vickers. So let's go to DBS Vickers, okay? And the first thing that you do is you log in with your credentials. Okay. So I've logged in my credentials, and the next thing I'm going to do is that I'm immediately going to go to the trade page and I'm going to ask to place an order. Okay, it will seek authentication. All right, so I'm going to perform the authentication right now by getting an OTP. Okay, so once I complete the authentication, it will ask me to place my order. And what I will do is that I will key in Cromwell now. And given that we've made arrangements and we confirm that we're going to buy the euro-denominated Cromwell REIT. I will click this, all right, and the code is CNNU, okay, and you'll be able to see the basically the bid and the ask prices that are listed right here, okay. So I'm going to make a purchase, okay, and the question is, how many stocks am I going to purchase, right? We have already determined that we are going to buy $2,000 worth of Cromwell, okay. So if you take $2,000 and you basically divide by the equivalent amount in Singapore dollars, which is 72 cents that we've calculated just now, we will end up purchasing about 2,777 shares. That, of course, we will round down to 2,700. Okay, so coming back, we're going to perform a buy, and we're going to buy 2,700 shares. Okay, and the price, we're going to directly pay the asking price. The reason is because we are long-term investors, and there's no real need to actually bid at a half cents cheaper, but we have to risk the probability that the trade would not take place. Okay, and as I've mentioned in class, there are two different kinds of orders. All right, always make sure that you choose limit order. Okay, and the best thing you should do is that you should also choose and make sure that the order duration is good for today. All right, let's try to resolve all our trades within the same day. Okay, so well, we've got our quantity and we've got our price. We will now preview the order. All right, so it will cost us 1,288 euros to be able to conduct this order, and we know that once you multiply that by the euro exchange rate, we should be able to get something very close to 2,000 Singapore dollars. All right, so what I'm going to do next is that I'm going to confirm this order. And once the order is confirmed, okay, the order will be pushed into the markets, right? We do not know whether the trade has taken place. So what we will do is we will click view order status, okay? And when you do that, they will tell you that the order status has been filled. All right, so we have performed the purchase for our first stock. As I'm actually buying this order based on a margin account, I will have to take an additional step to email the broker and inform them that this particular purchase is not meant for CDP, but it is meant to be purchased as part of my margin account. And the reason why this is so is because DBS Vickers hasn't completely engineered their margin account platform yet, so everything is rather manual and operates on an email basis. Nevertheless, you have learned today how to actually buy your first order on DBS Vickers Securities. Thank you very much.